Hi there. I'll be using this vlog to keep in touch with all my friends in good old Norwich when I move to the big city of London in a couple of weeks. That was the original bio of the YouTube channel Louise Paxton, registered February 21st, 2007. This was during the most Wild West era of YouTube, long before the days of recommendation algorithms or slop commentary channels. YouTube was filled with vlogs from people all over the world, miscellaneous videos from other places on the internet made more accessible, and the genre of lip sync videos set to copyrighted music that YouTube has since outgrown. To those who stumbled upon the Louise Paxton account while it was still new, the little content on it was nothing out of the ordinary. Little did they know, this channel was something different. In reality, Louise Paxton was the main stage for a web series created by author and director Andrew Call, who, along with actor Zoe Richards, used the budding YouTube platform to tell a story about Louise, who's just made the move from the city of Norwich to London, and started a vlog to keep her friends at home updated on the changes in her life. The series would later go on to be more commonly known by its official title, In the Dark. The timeline starts on the 16th of April 2007, when Louise, the main character and supposed owner of the channel, uploaded 3 videos back to back. The first was My First Vid, My Last Night in Norwich, a montage of pictures Louise took with her friends on a night out drinking. This video is not watchable on YouTube anymore as it was globally blocked by UMG, really saving the day here, because of the copyrighted music that it was set to. Besides that, this upload and the second, Leaving Norwich with a Hangover, give us an early glimpse into the life Louise and her friends had back in Norwich. The third and final video Louise uploaded on the 16th was her first true vlog, a 6-minute tour of her new apartment, recorded quite a while after she'd gotten everything moved and settled in. In the video, she explores each room and shows off the furniture she'd mostly gotten from her grandmother, her little alien guy, her backyard, and her garden. Over the next week from April 17th to April 24th, Louise made 7 new uploads. The first 2 are short clips added onto the tour video, one showing off a Scooby-Doo soap dispenser, and the other thanking her friend Helen, the friend she was filming with during the second video, for giving it to her. Through the next several uploads, mostly run-of-the-mill vlog-style videos, we learn more about Louise, her life, and the reason behind the move to London. In the 6th upload, Boys in Love and Me, Some Thoughts on Joel, Louise sits down and opens up about a previous breakup, which partially inspired her decision to move from Norwich.
I just wanted to mention briefly a little bit about Joel and say that I haven't just moved down here because of him and our situation. Partly it was because of that, and I came down with the hope of physically making distance between us and getting on with my life and being independent. We were together for a long time, it's nearly 2 years, and the saddest thing about it is just to feel like I've lost one of my best friends.
In video number 8, Thinking About Granny, she discusses her search for a new job in London, as well as a new sense of guilt that came with inheriting money and furniture from her grandmother, who passed away shortly before the move. Everything that came with both the breakup with Joel and the passing of her grandmother likely made this a very rough period in Louise's life to begin with, which is worth keeping in mind as we go through the rest of the content on the channel. The 7th video, Funny Cat, is just 3 minutes of her playing with her cat Ash, set to copyrighted music, and the 9th video, My New Stepper, is a short clip of Louise messing around on a fitness machine for a minute, set to Firestarter, because why not? Around this time, Louise started frequently interacting with the general YouTube community, and we'll see more of this throughout future videos. Some examples I was able to find include these replies to comments on a now deleted Samsung contest video, 2 comments on an official YouTube blog post from June 2007 complaining about issues with uploading, and bulletins sent out to over 1,000 people she was friends with on YouTube every time a new video was uploaded on her channel. Likely following in the footsteps of other early social media platforms from the time, back in 2007, YouTube had a feature that allowed users to add other people to their friends list and send them bulletins that included text or links to YouTube videos. These bulletins would then be sent to everybody on the creator's friends list and put in a small box on each user's profile, almost like a public inbox. Louise would send out bulletins to her whole friends list with every new video, which wasn't uncommon for YouTube users back then. Despite the majority of these bulletins no longer existing because the feature itself was removed years ago, some of the later ones that ended up being archived by the Wayback Machine will end up being important later in the timeline. Another great example of Louise interacting with the YouTube community comes with her 10th upload, Not Impressed, a video response to a now deleted video of the same name from the YouTube user Pimply Wimp. Again, video responses were a long forgotten YouTube feature that allowed people to upload something directly responding to another video, and your response would be placed on the original videos page below the player. The original video Louise responded to was made private, but with very little remaining of the original video's context. We get to see her recording herself doing a weird dolphin spit trick, I guess. Despite how random or stupid this video may come across, things quickly take a turn for the worse immediately following it. On the 27th of April, Louise posted 2 videos labeled Stalker Video 1 and Stalker Video 2. In the first, she explains that for the last 2 nights, she's heard scraping noises and general rustling from someone walking around the outside of her bedroom window. On both nights, she walked into her kitchen to see a man leaning against the window pane of her front door. She'd called the police multiple times, and they said they wouldn't be able to do anything until there was concrete evidence of a stalker. In an attempt to collect said evidence, Louise is now staying up to film these tapes, with the hopes that the stalker would be caught on camera. In Stalker Video 2, Louise sees what appears to be the same shadow at her door, and camera still in hand, she slowly makes it to the door, knife in the other hand for protection, musters the courage to open the door, and nobody in sight. Now, it's not clear if anyone was even there in the first place. Under both of the Stalker videos, Louise writes in the description, "I made these videos to show the police what's been happening to me. I'm posting them because I don't know what to do now. Helen, can you pick up your voicemail please and call me?" 2 days later, Louise returns to uploading vlogs, this time clarifying things and discussing the aftermath of the stalker situation. She notes that since all you can see in Stalker Video 2 is a brief glimpse of a shadow that might not have even been a person, she couldn't get the police to do anything about it, because it wasn't the type of evidence they were looking for.
And the boys, Ian and Pete, I really didn't appreciate the comments you left about it. It's not funny, and I have been quite upset about it, so don't take the piss.
I'm not sure if the comments she mentions here from people named Ian and P are real. It's possible that if they were from YouTube users, their channels got deactivated, or this was just a weird wording used to describe responses to her emails from people she knew. The only comments I've seen on any of the videos so far were from random people, and there don't seem to be very many anyways. After this point, things only become more bizarre in Louise's apartment. In video 14, titled Finders Keepers, she shows off a century-old coin found at the edge of her bed. While a bit random, this might sound like nothing interesting at the moment, but this is far from the last time something like this happens. In the next post, Louise points out a weird area of her bedroom that's strangely far colder than the rest of her room, demonstrates this using a thermometer, and asks viewers if they have any ideas as to why this is happening. If we look at this video's comments, we get such insightful takes as "your room is cold because the world is a funny place," and "there are ghosts doing push-ups in your room." On May 8th, Louise made her 16th and 17th uploads, a 2-part vlog called Noises in the Night. In video 1, Louise explains that she was woken up by a strange noise outside. Throughout the entire 3-minute video, she cautiously looks through different windows, though the noise in question is only briefly heard at one point near the very middle of the video. In the description, she clarifies that it was much easier to hear in real life as opposed to through her camera's microphone. The second part is around a minute long, and Louise spends the majority of the video talking about what happened in video 1.
Nothing's shown up. I put a new tape in, and I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna leave the camera running, and we'll see what we get in the morning.
The next day, Louise makes 4 uploads. 3 of them are a part of a series of clips dubbed Staying Up to Catch Stalker Video, and the odd one out is a clip called Weird Camera Movement. In part 1, she explains her plan to stay up the entire night in an attempt to catch the stalker on camera. The second video contains a lot of small strange events back to back. She talks about a brief moment in which her camera unexpectedly moves the slightest bit, which was uploaded separately. Right after this, Louise finds an old kid's shoe hidden underneath her sofa.
There's the remote control. is that? Look. Just found a child's shoe under my sofa. So weird. What the hell is that? There's a name in it. Amy.
Louise starts setting up her camera, and while she's setting up, she notices that a door she thought she had closed inside of her own home has been opened.
Shit. That door was closed before. I closed that door. I'm sure that door was closed. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear the door open. Oh, you're just freaking yourself out now, Louise. Shut up. It's fine. It's just a stupid door that doesn't close properly.
The next day, Louise records part 3, an update, stating she had caught nothing on tape. At this point, it's starting to become unclear if there's anything to worry about at all. This whole thing could just be your mind playing tricks on her. Speaking of which, how many nights has she lost sleep over this? Her 20-second video, uploaded May 13th, is a vlog titled, "Where Are You Norwich Mentalist?" She discusses her trouble with her job search, and essentially sends out an open invitation to those who want to stop by and hang out.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit itchy, really, being here on my own. So I'd love it if some or all of you want to come down and visit me. Otherwise, just an email would be nice. I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm starting to think you don't like me anymore. So, get in touch soon.
The next two posts, titled "A Thank You to My Subscribers" and "We Are YouTube 2007, the Amazing YouTube Time Capsule," serve as additional examples of Louise interacting with the small yet burgeoning YouTube community. The first video is quite literally her sitting down and reading out the names of her subscribers and saying thank you to each and every one for 4 minutes. The second video, similar to a lot of old YouTube community made trends that existed at the time, was a time capsule idea that Louise had that could be done using the video response feature that I mentioned earlier. I'm not sure if anyone actually participated in this at the time, because I couldn't personally find any responses to this video. On May 14th, a user named JD Belief, who had only registered about 2 weeks prior, made a response to Louise's weird camera movement video. In his response video, JD Belief claims that the strange things happening in Louise Paxton's home could be the result of paranormal activity, because at one point during Louise's original video, you could see what looks like a ghost orb on camera. A week later, on the 21st, Louise records a response video.
I also logged into the 2 web links that you sent me to, and I read up about the orbs. I read the 2 sides to the argument, but I think I'm gonna go with the idea that it might just be dust. It does look weird, slowed down.
When I was watching this for the first time, I didn't know if JD Belief was an alt account of someone involved with the Louise Paxton project, or if that was just some random guy who saw the video and came to the conclusion that it showed evidence of spirits in Louise's apartment. Either way, this part of the story is really interesting. 4 days after the response video, Louise makes a rather concerning post titled "Stalker." Louise was just about to go outside to do something gardening related before finding what looks to be physical evidence from the stalker, who'd left muddy handprints on her window and windowsill that, in comparison, look eerily larger than the hands of Louise. Through other footage of the lounge, we can tell these handprints were left on the window to her bedroom, meaning someone could have very well been trying to break in. She mentions that these handprints are new, as she last cleaned the windows about 2 days prior to recording, and likely only a day before the handprints were left there. In a very strange move, instead of Louise calling the police when she now has concrete physical evidence, she cleans it off. Even the commenters, coming from the same community that had said ghosts were doing push-ups in her house, try telling Louise that she shouldn't have cleaned it and should have contacted the police at this point. This 100% confirms that it's not just paranoia, there truly is someone or something messing with Louise. In her next vlog, titled "I Must Be Mad," Louise talks about how over the last 2 nights, she's been woken up by more noises outside her bedroom window.
Basically, I've, dug out my sleeping bag, and you're all gonna think I'm crazy. I've been woken up again the last 2 nights with the noises outside my bedroom window, and by the time I've got to the window, whatever was there is gone. So I'm gonna set up camp in the lounge and I'm gonna stay up again. I'm going to catch whatever is going on.
From her behavior and drowsy demeanor in the video, it seems like she's not been sleeping normally for a while. Following this vlog, the situation only continues to worsen. Video 29. The first of 4 videos, titled Terrifying Night, takes place on the night of May 30th, 2007. The video immediately starts with a loud banging. Louise quickly grabs the camera and pans over to the door, which is just slammed open. Again, that is not the first time that's happened. When Louise is just about to approach the door, we hear the sound of a loud, deep, low-pitched breath. While the lights were already off, they've gone out since and will no longer turn on properly. When she re-enters her room, she hears a click sound from an unknown source. She turns on the lights to see if there's anything there, and it looks like there's mud tracked into the room. On closer inspection, she finds something on her bed, before... By this point, it's 100% certain that she is not alone in this apartment. Terrifying Night 2 was uploaded on June 2nd, and it shows Louise after she's barricaded herself in the lounge. It's daytime, and without saying very much, she hesitates to enter her own bedroom, spending most of the video trying to muster the courage to go investigate, with both her knife and camera in hand. At multiple points in the video, she pans her camera to the view she has of her bedroom window. Terrifying Night 3 was uploaded 2 days later. The description says, "I've been sleeping in the lounge since this happened. I don't know what to say about it. If you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, I suggest you watch them before this one. Lou." After a long period of hesitation, Louise enters her room to find her blankets misplaced, and large tracts of dirt across her bed.
The bed was made.
When she gets closer, she notices that a wallet has been left, and after picking it up,
It's a wallet.
something causes the white sheet to move, scaring Louise into running out of the room and barricading again. In Terrifying Night Part 4, uploaded June 6th, she's still locked in the lounge and she talks more about the wallet.
We've got a driver's license. We have a driver's license of somebody called Margaret Watts. We also have a checkbook. It's all pretty old and battered. This checkbook is also made out to a J. Watts. The receipts in the book show that it's been used as far back as 1993. There's also in the wallet we've got a photograph of a family. I've never seen these people before. I don't recognise any of them. There's a donor card in here, and there's all this dirt, like on my bed. I've never seen this wallet before, and I'd never met a woman called Margaret Watts before either. And this stuff was not in my house when I moved in here.
Judging by the comments available, a lot of people believe this is something paranormal. This marks a pivotal point in the story of Louise Paxton because more and more commenters are starting to believe the actions of what originally would have otherwise been blamed on a stalker may have been the result of paranormal activity, and Louise starts to as well, and based on some of the things we've seen, it's starting to become more and more understandable why that's a viable conclusion. In her next video, Louise calls a phone number associated with J. Watts, someone related to Margaret Watts, the owner of the wallet.
Oh, hello, is there, is Margaret Watts there, please?
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, I found Margaret Watts's wallet.
What?
I've
What do you mean you found it? Is this some kind of joke?
No,
Right.
no, I found her wallet with her driver's license and cards and bank book, and basically I rang directory inquiries and I got your number from them. So I'm just letting.
No, you've got it wrong. It must be somebody else.
I have her driver's license, and there's a photograph in the wallet of a family. The bank book is made out to two people. There's a J Watts. Are you J?
Yes, I am. Look, I don't know who you are or what you want.
I found
My wife disappeared 10 years ago. I really, I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Where are you?
I'm
Where are you speaking from?
Have you ever lived in a flat in South London? I live in South London.
Where in South London? After 10 years, I just don't know what to say.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cause any harm. I'm not
Do you know anything about my wife?
No,
Well, you've got her wallet, so you're telling me. I mean, I don't understand. It must have got there somehow.
I found it. I found it in my flat. I think
we ought to meet. The police gave up looking for her years ago. Could I have some contact details, please?
Look, I'm sorry I rang you and brought all this back up for you. I don't know anything about your wife, and I've never met her, and
I've taken me quite by surprise.
The conversation is extremely uncomfortable, and it raises far more questions than it answers. Whether this came from a singular stalker harassing Louise or an irritated spirit haunting her apartment, that has insane implications considering this is evidence stolen from the victim of a decade-old cold case. Do the other objects Louise found in her apartment tie into this as well? Are they from similar origins? At this point, there is far more than enough physical and recorded evidence to give to the police. Louise hasn't made any mention of any attempt to reach out to law enforcement in a while at this point, and I assume her initial failed attempt swayed her from doing so, even when all the comments are telling her to do something like contact the police or stay with a friend temporarily for her safety. Beyond just the dirt tracks or recorded evidence of something breaking in her home, it doesn't even seem like Louise tries giving the wallet of someone who's been missing for over a decade to the police, or makes any further steps in giving it to Jay Watts. In a similar format to some of her earlier videos, Really Weird, uploaded June 15th, shows Louise talking about her door being unlatched and unlocked without her noticing, and the key being mysteriously moved to a completely different place.
I just got up about 10 minutes ago, and I'm just going to show you. Came through here and the latch on the door was unlocked. This is unlocked, and the keys have gone from my door. I always lock this door every night before I go to bed. This is where I found the key down here. It's my house key, and here's the key. It's covered in mud. You see that? And at the top there as well. Fuck. But it feels really weird. Really cold. Oh my god. The key's moving.
Judging by the comments available for a lot of the early viewers, this clip right here only solidified the idea that everything happening to Louise had to be some sort of paranormal activity. As a result, in the next video, Louise records herself in the bedroom at night, uses a tape recorder to record EVPs, and asks a group of questions to any potential spirits. Though it's not very clear through the dark and grainy footage, something can be seen moving in the distance within the last few seconds of the video, causing Louise to scream and run out of the room. In the last few seconds before Louise screams, what almost seems like a deep voice can be heard through the tape recorder.
But you
If this was a piece of dialogue, what the voice is actually saying is ambiguous at best. Following the EVP recording video and a week-long gap, Louise uploads the video Worst Night Yet on June 25th, 2007. The description reads, "I think I let it in. Does that make sense? That night when I opened the door. I don't think I scared it off. I think I let it into the house. Is that possible?" From the very start, Louise seems more anxious than usual, stumbling over words and stuttering as she explains a message she got about something a viewer spotted in a previous video.
It was from the video I took the night that it was at my door, and I went, I opened it and it disappeared, and as I was coming back in, this was caught on the camera, and it's a hand in my window.
While Louise still hasn't contacted the police, she notes that she's packing her belongings and planning to move out as soon as possible.
I've packed a bag, and I can't stay here anymore. It's too much. Helen was meant to be here today, and she fell down her stairs last night and twisted her ankle.
And just as she's talking about Helen's injury,
She's lucky she didn't break her neck. Oh my god. What was that?
a loud bang and rustling can be heard not far away.
Oh, you bastard.
When she goes to investigate, the lights in her house go out, which solidifies this as a recurring event. As Louise is frantically putting her keys in the door to leave, she hears a loud slam from inside the apartment, which freaks her out to the point of screaming and running away. At one point, Louise records her car from a distance. While it's grainy and nearly impossible to see, she slowly zooms into the window of her car, claiming someone's inside of it. In the second clip, she's now back at her apartment. Both doors have been left open.
Oh my god. That door was closed. Oh. The battery's going on. I've been sat here. I don't want to be in the dark.
As soon as Louise is about to finish the phrase, "I don't want to be in the dark," which stood out to me as well, something tries opening the door to the bathroom. At multiple points after she puts her back against the door, indistinct sounds can be heard from the other side. The video ends with Louise hyperventilating to herself in the bathroom. The way this video's description is worded is incredibly strange. After the EVP incident, Louise has 100% shifted from believing the crazy events going on in her apartment were the result of some insane stalker, to now believing that this was actually the fault of something paranormal. A lot more lighthearted than the last upload, the 37th video, titled Lizzy's Here, shows Louise and another friend, Lizzy, talking and drinking on the night of July 1st. Lizzy writes in the description, "I've come to cheer Lou up. The video you are about to watch has been edited to remove all references to Joel," referring to Louise's ex-boyfriend mentioned in early vlogs. At one point, Lizzy asks Louise if she's alright, and she responds yes, but explains that she lost her favorite necklace. At another point, before a long cut in the tape to a far more normal sounding discussion, she also says this.
The turquoise necklace. My favourite one. Last night. Weird, I don't know where it is, I looked everywhere. It's fine, I'll get another one.
Yeah.
Cool. And they took my jacket. In the corridor, my jacket was on me.
It's unclear who she's referring to here, and because of that, this part really stood out to me. None of Louise's friends from back home have visited her besides Lizzy in a while, and maybe there's a critical detail I'm missing here as the conversation is partially cut off, or this part really is something to keep in mind and I'm not overthinking it. Besides this, Louise also writes in the description, "Here's to a cool week free of strangeness. We'll shoot some videos over the week and post them. If anyone has emailed me and I haven't gotten back to them, I'm sorry. I'll mail you soon." The 38th and final video on the Louise Paxton channel was recorded directly after Lizzy's here, and it was uploaded some days later under the name Please Help. The description was written by Lizzy, and it reads as follows. "I don't know what's going on. When I got into the bedroom a few minutes later, Lou wasn't there. I don't understand where she could have gone. There was just her mobile phone and the camera. This is what was on the tape. Are you messing with me, Lou? Because if you are, it isn't funny. Is this some kind of stunt? Does anyone on here know anything about it? Seriously, I'm really worried. This isn't like Lou at all. I've been back to the house and it's just like it was when I left it. It doesn't look like she's been back. I'm going to take this tape to the police so it might get pulled. Watch it while you can, and please, if you can help, let me know." Temporarily, this video was removed from Louise's channel, before being re-uploaded in the state that it is today on July 4th, 2007, with a new addition to the description. "I got cold feet last night and pulled this video. I wasn't sure if showing it was the right thing to do. I'm posting it again now as I'd like anyone who knows anything about what's happened to come forward. I'm going to the police tomorrow, so if anyone knows anything about Lou's disappearance, please get in touch now. Thanks." The video starts with a clip taken shortly after Lizzy's here, with Lizzy operating the camera as Louise takes a short nap.
11:32. And you're asleep. Just gonna try and take a look around the house and see if I can... Hey, just gonna have a little look around and check that things are cool, because I know you've been a bit worried about stuff. So...
The last thing of note that Lizzy examines is a group of boxes of light bulbs, along with a flashlight set next to each other in her hallway.
Either you've got bad electrics or you've got some kid mucking about, I don't know, but it's all looking good from here. And you'll be able to have enough light bulbs to last for many, many years. And a torch, which could come in handy. Batteries for that then. I'll sleep well.
The noise, Lizzy.
Shortly after, it cuts to Louise panicking over a noise from outside. Due to the rapid progression of the events that transpire in the last 2 minutes of the video, I think it's best I play the majority of the video and discuss its contents afterward.
The noise, Lizzy. Lizzy, did you hear it?
Yeah, I did. Alright, that's kids. I'm gonna get out there. Hey, I can't open the door, Louise. How'd you get the door open?
The key's in the door.
No.
The keys are in the door.
No, they're not in the door. There's no keys in the door.
What?
Where are the keys?
They're in the door.
Yeah, alright, don't worry. There's just no key. You must have put them somewhere else.
They're always in the door.
Oh, come on, I'm gonna sort this out for you, alright? How else do I get out of here? How about the French window?
It's gone. The key's gone.
The key's gone? Oh, shit, light's blown.
Light in the hallway. I've got the light in the hallway.
Where is it? Where's the trick switch? Where's the trick switch? Calm down, Max. It's alright. Where is it?
Oh, God.
Where's the trick switch? We've got to get out of here. We've got to get out of here. Okay, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Oh, God.
Shh. Hey, what?
Something just touched me. Mom.
Oh my God. Okay, don't panic. It's okay. We've got to get out of here. We've got to get...
This is the end of the tape, and this is the last we ever see of Louise.
The noise, Lizzy.
Lizzy tries getting out of the apartment after they hear the noise from outside, though the key has been misplaced, which freaks out Louise even further. This is the second time her keys have been moved without her knowing. Louise also mentions putting the light in the hallway, meaning she likely stockpiled on these light bulbs in case of this happening again. Moments after they hear a loud bang on the lounge window, Louise says she felt something in the dark touch her arm. Just as she's saying this, we can see her hand reach out from behind her for a brief moment, before the video cuts to another part of the tape. Before this happens, we can see the front door to Louise's apartment has opened, and it couldn't have been Lizzy or Louise. The hand reaching out towards Louise, the door opening, and the scream coming from behind Louise confirm this cannot be the result of one stalker. This is something far worse. Louise shuts herself inside of her bedroom, leaving Lizzy in the hallway yelling for Louise to open the door. At this point, the video starts to drop out and the audio starts to glitch and cut out for large chunks of time. Louise is crying and screaming that she can't open the bedroom door. It's likely that this is either because she was in the middle of some sort of physical struggle, or considering her previous reactions in situations like these, her freezing up in fear and not acting right because of the tense situation. Shortly after the audio cuts out, Louise stops putting up a fight, and the camera slowly glides away from the original angle Louise was holding it at, revealing the feet of at least one other figure, if not multiple, though this is unclear because of the footage being as dark and grainy as it is. Nothing about the in-the-dark story is concrete. We know Louise is gone, but many aspects of her disappearance are completely open-ended. After the unexplained ending of Please Help, we know everything that's happened to Louise, which only started after she moved into this new apartment, can't just be the actions of one lone stalker like we initially assumed. The rising action of the increasingly bizarre events happening to Louise since the handprint video makes a potential supernatural presence haunting her apartment a prime suspect for what took her. Though do I believe the orbs that other YouTube users kept pointing out were nothing more than a red herring? Almost certainly. This JD Believe guy even kept doing it after Louise disappeared. Days after Please Help was uploaded, Lizzy posted one final bulletin through Louise's account that read as follows. Hi all, Lizzy here. Thanks for all your emails and support. I'm afraid there's no new news at present. I guess we just have to let the police do their job now. As soon as there are any developments, I'll post to let you know. Thanks again, Lizzy. Besides 3 known times up until 2009, this bulletin would be the last time the Louise Paxton channel would be used or logged into. And this lack of an answer after such a jarring and abrupt ending was a factor that worried a lot of people who found the channel early on. On the 12th of July, a YouTube account named stora1601 re-uploaded the Terrifying Night Part 1 video with a new title written in a typical old YouTube hoax video fashion. Sometime around April 2008, the bio on the Louise Paxton channel would be changed to what it is today. If you have any information regarding Louise's disappearance, please contact us through this channel or via the Louise Paxton website. Louise moved to London in April 2007 with the hopes of any 23-year-old girl. A new house, a new start in the big city. She had her whole life ahead of her. Soon after moving in, she became the victim of a campaign of terror orchestrated by an unknown stalker. After being terrorized for 2 months, she disappeared from her home on the 1st of July. We are now calling for anyone who might have any information regarding Louise's disappearance to come forward. This is a personal appeal from her friends and family. If you are reading this, Lou, we haven't forgotten about you. We won't stop looking for you until you are found. We love you and miss you. If you are able to, please get in touch. The channel's header title, another now removed feature, would be changed from the enthusiastic Lou moves to the big city to the blunt and bleak Louise is missing. At the same time, a now defunct website was set up at louisepaxton.co.uk, meant to bring more attention to the disappearance of Louise. The website includes a screenshot of a fake news article, which includes the following. Most recently, it appears that Louise Paxton had come to believe that strange events were unfolding in her home that could be attributed to the paranormal. Any suggestion that any element of the case could be linked to the supernatural is completely unfounded, and in actual fact damaging to this investigation. A young woman has disappeared and we are doing everything we can to find her. We are actively seeking anyone who may have any information about the disappearance. Please come forward, said a police spokesperson. As to whether Miss Paxton had captured her abductor on video, the police refused to comment. How the police spokesperson words this statement only brings the emerging paranormal factor of the series' later episodes further to the forefront. We are already left in the dark, pun completely unintended, as to what happened to Louise, or what we just saw in the end of the Please Help video, whether it be Louise's potential abductor or even something inhuman, so the added detail of the police refusing to comment on that matter is beyond strange, especially when paired with the spokesperson instantly jumping to comment about those who theorized the case was paranormal. It was around 2008 when the news that Louise Paxton was a hoax in a fictional web series hit the small corner of the YouTube community that it made a stir in a year prior. Multiple videos sprouted up talking about In the Dark, calling the channel a hoax, most notably this lost video from a now deleted channel called Headless Fat Lady, the creator of which managed to unmask the actor's identity before it was revealed. After In the Dark concluded, Stephen Powell, owner of the blog Venetian Vase, held 2 interviews, one with actor Zoe Richards in 2022, and the other with director Andrew Cull in 2018, both of which focusing on the process behind creating the series. Richards, who played Louise in each episode, described the series as being a fluid creative project, when asked if the videos were tightly scripted or mostly improvised. In his 2018 interview, director Andrew Cull mentions making reply edits of videos, referring to JD Believe in S-Torres 1601. Supposedly, the videos for In the Dark were meant to have been recorded over the course of a week and uploaded on YouTube over the course of about 2 weeks, before plans got out of hand as the project became bigger and bigger, and that planned week ended up turning into 3 months as more mundane videos were produced to help develop the story and flesh out characters even further, adding to the immersion in a fake vlog channel with videos that became more worrying as time goes on. Cole also mentions controlling what comments could be seen on each video by setting them to held for review, to limit the amount of people calling the story fake before it was revealed the whole channel was a hoax. To me, In the Dark is massively underappreciated. It came out at a truly strange time in internet history. This happened years after the massive impact the Blair Witch Project had, and right after the non-horror channel Lonely Girl 15 went viral in late 2006 for its initially obscured but emerging sci-fi story hidden beneath a seemingly ordinary blog channel. But right at the cusp of the found footage horror movie craze of the late 2000s to early 2010s. In the Dark predates the majority of famous creepypastas by multiple years, and it's one of the earliest examples of YouTube being used for a horror web series. An interesting point that Zoe Richards brought up in her 2022 interview with the Venetian Vase blog was that she had experienced a stalker of her own some years before In the Dark was shot, and being a part of a series like In the Dark felt almost like it was a tribute to women who'd been in situations like these. At times, there were points where I, and probably many other viewers, were nearly screaming at the monitor for Louise to get out of that apartment when she was too scared to do so. But sometimes in situations like these, it's not that simple, especially when for the majority of the series, we were mostly sure everything happening to Louise was the result of a stalker. In a situation like that where what you believe to be a stalker is bold enough to break into your apartment and leave evidence taken from decade-old cold cases, sometimes the situation is a bit harder to grasp. Even though they likely didn't intend to, the police had previously dissuaded Louise from reporting the stalker, and after Louise moved to London, a lot of her old friends weren't giving her the support she was expecting or needed. The effects of Louise feeling stuck in this awful situation with nowhere to go and staying in this apartment when we can tell things are only going to get progressively worse is one of the scariest parts about the series. I don't think another In the Dark could happen in the modern YouTube landscape in the way that it originally unfolded, the same way another Blair Witch Project could not happen in 2025 with its original marketing. To this day, the Louise Paxton channel only has 37,000 subscribers, and it's only grown to this size in the last couple of years. I initially heard about this channel from a Chill's Top 15 video around 9 years ago, and even though I thought the series was interesting back then, I didn't fully appreciate its contents until recently. I'd love to hear a new wave of people talking about this series, and if anyone has any theories or comments to share, I'd love to hear them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.